So going to the questions. So thanks so much for everyone. And by the way, if you found this helpful and useful, please put in the comments so I know. And let me know, is this a topic you want me to speak about more often? Because I can speak about this more often, like responding to these objections and these rejections in more frequently, like over over these live streams as well as my posts. So let me know in the comments if you found this useful, folks. Appreciate that. And if you found it useful, please hit like. Because that's how it makes my content available to your network, so other people know about me, and then I can help more people, right? So make sure you hit like. Okay, so going back, so Asma had a question. So Asma said, I don't get detailed feedback about rejection. But one milestone I think is my experience is with boutique or relative small agencies, and I have worked from home for most part. How do you think I can overcome that? Okay, so Asma, that's a great question. So what Asma is saying is, look, she doesn't get detailed feedback about the rejection, but what she feels is that her experience in smaller size firms, relatively smaller. So Asma, I believe you're a technical recruiter. So Asma's mostly been working in smaller staffing agencies, right? And she feels like that might be an issue, and the fact that she has mostly worked from home might be the issue. So great question, Asma. So firstly, what you need to identify, and these conversations, folks, need to take place over the phone, or given the situation we're in right now, over video conversation, right? You do not want to have you should never try to sell yourself through text and email and LinkedIn messaging. LinkedIn messaging and email are all platforms to get you on a phone call or a video face-to-face, so you can have an actual conversation. So Asma, that being said, what I would suggest is bring up the objection, folks. If you feel that the fact that you've been in smaller agencies and because you've been working from home, if you feel that's the actual reason, bring it up. A lot of people avoid doing this, but hey, that's what I would do. I would say, so let's say let's say Asma's interviewing me, right? I'm a recruiter, I'm trying to get a job, and then Asma says, yeah, we don't want to move ahead with you, blah blah blah, whatever. Then I might say, on conversation on the phone, I might say, hey Asma, look, I really like your organization, but look, I gotta ask, what I'm thinking, Asma, is you don't want to move ahead with me because I've mostly been working at smaller organizations and smaller boutique IT organizations, and also I've mostly been working from home for the most part. And I understand that you're a large organization and maybe you're very KPI driven, you're target driven, and you feel like maybe at a smaller organization those aspects might not exist. Would you say, Asma, those are your two primary concerns at this time? How simple is that, folks? Just bring up whatever you think, because you know what, folks, you gotta trust your instinct and your intuition, right? A lot of you have your instinct and your intuition, but you sometimes ignore it, right? You're like, nah, I can't be that, or you just don't want to bring it up front. Bring up the objection up front. Some people disagree with me on that, right? But you want to bring it up front, because you know what? Now one of two things are going to happen, right? Asma's either going to tell me, Dean, you know what? That is definitely the concern. Like we are a larger size organization. You've mostly been working at smaller organizations, and we need someone who comes from a larger organization. So now at least I can respond to that. Now that I know, okay, that's the actual reason. Now I can say, okay. And I can, whatever, I practice and I role play how I'm going to respond to that, right? But now I can at least address it because I know that's the actual concern. Or now the second thing that could happen is maybe Asma says, no, Dean, like that's not the issue. Like we don't care that you come from a smaller agency. We don't care that you've been working from home. Then I can say, okay, great, I understand, Asma. So what's holding you back from moving ahead with me? Because I'm really excited about you, and it sounds like we had a great conversation. What's holding you back? Like, is it my salary expectation? Is it the fact that I'm working like far away? Is it the fact that most of my recruitment experience has been in pharmaceuticals, and you're looking for IT recruiters? What's the real reason, Asma? At least now we can have a conversation, folks, right? So that would be my advice to you, Asma, and do this over the phone if at all possible. Because that's the best way to actually have a conversation. So I would say, if you feel that's the reason why, Asma, bring it up and see how they respond, and at least you can now get a conversation going. So I hope that helps, Asma, and a great question.